Alright, so you're looking for a new pair of gym shoes and you're looking for some different options, right? So what I recommend, guys, is to get a shoe for your next shoe anyways that is totally without a sole. So totally movable and has a really wide toe box. This promotes a natural gait in our feet, and it's important because our ancestors didn't wear shoes that had lots of cushioning, such as, you see common shoes made by Nike, Adidas, and Reebok that have a lot of cushioning. And also you'll notice that the toe boxes are quite narrow. And over time, you'll notice that your feet actually start to get cramped up in this toe box. And that can lead to so many different issues with the feet, and which actually influences the whole body. A lot of people think about the hips all the time and the shoulders, but they forget that the feet actually set our foundation in our daily walking, in our movements, in our gait, in our ability to squat and deadlift. And if we have foot issues, I highly recommend getting into a shoe such as the Barefoot here. Just because we get that wide toe box, there's no sole really in it. There's lots of play, and it allows us to actually spread our feet out fully into the ground and use them properly. Because a lot of people, again, their feet are so tight and tucked using a shoe such as an Ultra Boost that they can't actually grip the ground properly and build a proper arch in their foot. If we lose our ability to control an arch, how does that now impact the knee? So we'll see that if I start pressing forward and my arch comes down, so if I lose my arch as I press forward with my knee, watch what happens to my knee. My knee actually tracks inward and now is out of alignment with my hip. So if you think about it, if my knee is now tracking in like this, I'm causing a lot of force on that ACL and the surrounding ligaments in my knee, okay? Versus if I had a good foot arch via using one of the shoes I was just talking about to help promote a good natural gait and reinforcing that natural foot position that we're supposed to have. If I keep that natural arch, my knee is now going to come forward while keeping that arch. So you see now my knee is tracking straight forward instead of coming in. Now, if you've been someone that's been wearing cushioned shoes all your life, immediately transferring to a Barefoot or some type of zero drop shoe will be a bit of a step. You'll notice your feet may be sore for a couple days, your hips may be sore, and that's because you're relying more on your natural arch and your natural movement pattern to go through daily life and when you're at the gym here. Another thing too that people don't think about often is that the cushion in a shoe actually dissipates force to a bit of an extent. So it's almost like you're almost on a mini unstable surface because you have this foam layer now between your foot and the ground. So you lose a bit of that ground reaction force is what we call it. So basically our ability to push into the ground, and it adds a bit of instability. So I don't recommend using these shoes, cushion shoes, for squats at all. I would actually rather go barefoot in socks just to promote that proper foot control. And if you have, again, the Vivo, you don't need to worry about walking around the gym in your socks. You have a shoe which you can utilize. So if I had to pick right now, and someone asked me, Luke, what shoe do you use? I would get a zero drop, wide toe box, minimalistic shoe, which you can start to rebuild your foot arch.